Hi, we're back now with Chapter 9, Learning Objective number 2. And it says, identify the ways in which consumer and business products and services can be classified. Now, I have to tell you, nobody's ever going to walk up to you at work and say, oh, let's classify some products. But this is in every marketing book, and these are some important terms for you to know. As we have learned in prior chapters, we generally will break our products down into consumer goods and then organizational goods. So let's start off with the consumer goods. There are 4 different types of consumer goods, and it depends a lot upon how much effort we put forth to get these products. So for consumer goods then, the first one we have is convenience goods or convenience products. And by convenience, these are things that we buy all the time, and they're available in very convenient locations. So if we drew a 1-mile radius around ourselves, there's probably multiple places we could get a Coca-Cola, for example. So things we buy all the time, we don't give it much effort. You may remember back to Chapter 4 where we talked about routine decision making. And so convenience products would fall into that routine category. The next category we have is shopping products. Shopping products are those things that we shop around for. Now, maybe we're just reading some labels in the supermarket to figure out which one has the lowest fat or salt or sugar or whatever. Or it may be that we are going from store to store to store, checking out different products, different features, test driving things, and so on. Now, we used to do a lot of this shopping behavior in our cars and in physical locations where we would drive around all over looking at different products and talking to salespeople. Today, most of that's going to be done online where people will research and get their information and then make a decision after they've gotten all that information online. Our third type of consumer product that we have is called the specialty product. Now, we mentioned that convenience products are available everywhere, shopping products are available fewer places, and specialty products are available in even fewer places. So we have to make some effort to get these specialty products. In the case of services, we even call certain doctors specialists so that we know that, if we need brain surgery, we're not going to go to a foot doctor. So it could be something like a rare piece of art, something for a collection. If you wanted a Rolls Royce, you would have to go to Cincinnati to get one because we don't have a Rolls Royce dealership in Louisville. Now, things have changed because of the internet with these also, because it used to be very hard, for example, when someone had a collection to find that next thing that they wanted to have in their collection. And today a lot of that stuff is going to be sold on eBay or through other marketplaces that are out there. The last one that we have here is called the unsought product. These are items that when we got up in the morning, we had no idea that we would be purchasing them before the end of the day. An example I have of that is I used to go through the parks in order to get from my home to Bellarmine. And there's actually a road called Park Boundary Road that goes between Seneca Park and Cherokee Park. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who like to run on that particular area. It's by Big Rock, and it's kind of the road itself is kind of like on a shelf, and then it overlooks Big Rock. And there's the hillside, and then there's the drop-off side. On the drop-off side, there's a rock wall. Well, one morning as I was driving to work, there was a car coming toward me, plus there were runners on the road. So I didn't want to run over the runners, and I didn't want to have a head-on collision, so I got way over close to the rock wall. Well, unfortunately, I got too close to the wall, and I popped both of my tires on the right-hand side of my car. So that day, you only have one spare. I had to buy 2 tires, and I also had to get the services of a wrecker because I only had the 1 spare. So those were products that I had no idea when I got up in the morning that I would end up buying. Another example of an unsought product is life insurance. very few people are going to get up in the morning and go, oh, today's a day, I'm going to buy me some life insurance. So usually what happens is a life insurance agent will contact us. A lot of times they pay attention to who's getting married or who's just had a baby or maybe somebody changing a job, and they will contact us. We tend not to go out seeking that particular product. Now, of course, there are always exceptions to the rules. So these are 4 types then of consumer products. We'll move now to the organizational products. And with the organizational products, we tend to put those into 2 categories. So these are organizational products. We're still on learning objective 2. And we have components, which will go into the product we're selling. And then we have support products, things that help us to keep the business running. And we can further break both of these down, but for the purposes of your next exam, just know that the 2 big categories are going to be the components that go into the product and then the support items that help us keep the business running. Now, we also are going to be looking at services. And one of the ways that we are going to categorize services is, are they people-based or equipment-based? If it's people-based, let's think of a bank. We would go into the bank and the teller would help us out. On the other hand, we can do a lot of those same transactions at the ATM, and that would be equipment-based. We're also, on services, we'll be looking at who's providing the service, and that can be a for-profit business, a not-for-profit business, or even government can provide us with services. So we'll pause here, and I'll come back with learning objective 3.